Now, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening all around the world. My name is Morie Saffa, popularly known as Tologundo Saga. I know say all man they wondering now what don't happen to the final results. Why they not call on yet? Why they not appoint we president? Why they not name we president yet? In waiting, President Madabio. Why? Well, the answer in short, like I tell you now, points to APC, APC, APC. All problem Congress. All problem party. Now they don't hold up this announcement. Like I tell you what don't happen. Well, until would have been done the everywhere they talk say APC not they ever win elections, they steal them. Well, that's what it be. Alright? Now, when I remember again, I don't talk say in 2007, Christian Atop, when I've been the chairman of the Electoral Commission, now him be make the decision for make the council all the Kaila and Kenema and other area SLPP votes them we been get overvoting or bad ballots them. Christian Atop, that time the parliament law not the way give that right today. Even the PPRC not been given that right today. The commission itself not been get any of EU laws then we give the commission the right for make Christian Atop council or them votes them. Over 457 polling stations neither be council by SLPP and Berewa in 2007. So what did happen now is by 2012 Parliament now passed the law. So now they give the authority to NEC, National Electoral Commission, for make them the council any overvoted polling station. In other words, in this case, any polling station where they over 300. So that law they in effect right now as I speak. But what did not happen is, in this election, before this election, in 2012, they been passed the law just before 2012. What did make them pass the law and agree for cancel all polling station votes them we get overvoting? What did make them pass that? Now before make them cover waiting Christian Atop been do by himself in 2007. For make them cover with the law. For make them legitimize waiting he do. And think that the same APC government still in power by 2012. Same King Kuroms where Christian Atop been done elect. Okay, this time in 2012, the overvoting been there. The overvoting been there in the APC areas. But they not cancel them. They not cancel them because APC, they not actually I would say mostly SLPP not been raised much of the issue. So APC they just go and they cover them and this and that, but they not do no cancellation. Where possibly Madabio been for win in 2012. SLPP been for win. So let's fast forward to today, or to this election. Ever since Wednesday last week, the 7th, we not get we final verdict yet. The reason is this. Then find out the overvoting again. Like I did not tell you when in the other videos them for say they found somewhere around 600 polling stations them we been done overvote, mostly in the northern province, largely in 4 districts. You know, with the Bombali, Falaba, Port Loko, and Troncolili. So, and then in addition to the overvoting, then they can find out for say this commissioner person Yaso where they do the data entry na the computers inflate APC the numbers them, and it deflate, it reduce SLPP the numbers them. The one where they be cage, where they don't let go now, they don't kick them out. That action they now result in APC getting much of the high numbers then in the first 25%, and the next 25% will bring her to 50%. All that inflation where that mandate been to do now been keep the APC numbers then high. The overvoted numbers then take some of them out as then they go. The most obvious one then. So what it don't happen now is this. Because they kick that brother out and then don't begin for monitor the system, and then all my don't now holla for say the overvoting don't benefit APC, so therefore check back to them. In fact, the SLPP been asked for the first 25% because at that time they way that mandate been there where they inflate the APC. So SLPP they asked, they say make them recount. So upon that recount day, now APC self grab and say, okay, fine. Would I want let we recount? Let me recount the remaining 25% also. And the last 25%, mostly, as would have been the see the tally that would come, now in the southeast, they been there. Most of the remaining votes still been there at the southeast and western area, but mostly SRPP then do well. So when they do the recount, then they not find no problem in the southeast areas. The counting done. Everything done now. They sit up on the figures now. Then just they wait now, make APC, then concede, then give up the election, then grieve for say they don't lose. Now that, then they wait for now. Now that make they not announce the election yet. APC don't refuse for concede. Now this is what will happen. When APC don't say okay, we still get for recount, and then recount the southeastern area or most of the polling stations, they don't find nothing at the southeast. Madabio and the SLPP numbers then stay high. Then, because of the action of that mandate, where been they inflate and deflate, now they say they go recount even the other numbers there. The early ones, the first 25%. When they go for count the first 25%, me people them. Now they find all the major overvoting, where they be done announced. Remember the 600 polling stations where they not agree to the 600. But whatever be the case, they found out for say APC begin for loss vote bad big time. So as the people then don't find out for say, hey, the way where APC they lost, then don't lost the election. In fact, that they then realize for say, in fact, Madabio go on first ballot. So they don't do all the calculation, now that make them come up with the final result for say, Madabio go able get and SLPP go able get 56.3%. Now all man done they see now. Okay, what will happen as they be they count the northern votes them? They see for say the numbers don't begin for go down. Now they tell APC, actually they tell Samura, they say make it concede, make it give up, make it declare. When I notice for say Samura, they say Samura been called Madabio for the numbers then. We don't they go up. That call there, now when the NEC and the people, including the international community, ECOWAS them, they don't see now for say APC they lost. APC don't lost. They say, Samura, but go give the concession speech or to call Mada. So when he called Mada, instead of for make it give the concession speech to Mahada, he tell Mahada say, make Mahada give him some time, although na the candidate for APC, but he get for consult with in granddaddy, of course, King Kurums. He say, make madam, now be that time the way they be don't decide for say, then before announce the result in 4 hours. Remember the first 4 hours? Now be that time they where Samura promise say, then go get back to, then go give them the result, the answer back for make it concede in 4 hours or by 4 o'clock or so. In 4 hours anyway, yesterday. When the 4 hours come, that time they now, Samura don't talk to King Kurums. King Kurums say, no, they not for concede. So, when that happened, they say, now they call the international community, begin to talk to them. So, as they do that negotiations there with the international community, with the APC and SLPP, now that time they would then give the second timeline for be 7 o'clock salon time, 7 p.m. salon time, where they before. Then they hope in there for say, then go agree by that time for make APC concede the election. For make them give the concession speech. Now the hope where they be the hope, according to the negotiation. So now they give 7 hours. King Kurums, Baranta, even with the international community. So now they say that then the international community tell them, in fact, they say what in do the tell the international community is, he said, make them avoid the law where they be don't pass the parliament, the APC government. He said, make them avoid them, let them just remove the overvote numbers and then keep the 300 for every precinct, for every polling station. Let them keep the 300. Now then the international community said no. He said the law where then where parliament passed say therefore cancel all things inside any polling station where overvote. So then they for cancel all things. King Kurums said no. He said let them change that law. Let them set that law there aside. Let them do them the way the international community, most international countries, then they do it the way they, whereby then they give benefit to the loser or and the winner at the same time. Where they can say, okay, if the winner put overvoting by let's say 350, then go just move the 350 and let them keep the 300. Now that Kuruma proposed, say, make the international community allowed NEC for do. International community said no. In fact, they said during that negotiation day, now they remind King Kurums now. They said, listen, they always violate the national constitution. They always take the laws into your own hands. They change them the way you want, and they do anything you want. Now they say, listen, 2007, when Christiana Top being do that by your own order, they say Christiana Top and NEC now part of the executive branch of the government. Then that authority where Christian Top been do that time they now been from the office of the president. Okay, and would have been accepted. And then 2012, they not change them. But they not touch the overvoting where APC been do. Because SLPP not be really raised much issue about it. This time, so now they tell us, they say, so this time, will not they change that law the way they on the books. Now the law they on the books. That time they include abuse and serving, law not be there. So now they make them allow the benefit of the doubt. Okay? But now the law, and we go by the law. And the law say total cancellation. They say now the Kurums don't say now, no. He say they not agree on that. Let the international community allow for make them just pull the extra overvotes them. Like if they get 350, remove the 50, keep the 3. They say no. And then they even recall another violation of the constitution wey Koroma don do, wey e been fire the vice president Sam Sumana. And the thing about this is na ECOWAS court na e been make that decision dey wey dem find out for say Koroma bin violate the national constitution. Remember the court decision wey dem bin pass in favor of Sam Sumana. So what now happen is ECOWAS, international community, they said no, you they always violate national law. They said in fact you not just fire the legitimate elected vice president, whether be Sam Sumana, but then you bring in Victor Fo, the other vice president, without any parliamentary procedure, without any national approval. So now the second, now this 10 years old, we know about that issue there. Because much of the time, we just talk about the fact that he fire Sumana. But the fact that he bring on Victor Fo, that be supposed to be done constitutionally, but he not do that. He just bring Victor Fo, he elect him. Then number two, the other thing they say when they raise as issue, when the international community don't disagree with them, now the APC property, the APC party, where it don't take over. So basically, that they tell Koroma for say, but you they always violate the constitution for suit your purpose. So we know they agree on this. So now the negotiations then they pan now for make Koroma can concede. Okay. So now that make Koroma not agree it. Now that make we dey in a stalemate right now in the quagmire. Koroma, I mean not Koroma, but Samura get for concede. He get for give up because he get for agree for say Madabio don't win. So now that make we not get the results yet, and we not get the official appointment of or designation of Madabio as the president. Koroma, King Koroms, now they don't hold up the whole process. APC, now they don't hold up the whole process again. So we see why all this time here so they talk about APC, and we all know what the APC they do. When they know they shame self, when they some of them young supporters that they come with all this talk and this and that. Now that don't happen. And now there is some people that they say pandem audio them around the WhatsApp forums, they say APC, then they talk say, oh, think they can't change, then they hope say the international community will allow them for make them keep the overvoting, for make them not apply the overvoting law. But international community, they don't say no. So now the negotiation this way they depart. Alright? So now that me people them, just like how we don't talk all this time here, so APC now a problem Congress, now a problem party. Period. So when I just hold on. The vote then say, and I just they talk this not to official, now 56.3%, where they over 55%. So we don't worry about anybody where they tell when say that APC then around the forums then they tell them, we go come, we now wait no more. The second and we they can't be the no, unless the international community give in to them. Where not they be. Remember, they don't violate even the international community laws and regulations, court systems, legal orders, where the international community don't give them, especially ECOWAS, then Koroma don't violate all. So, no chance not there for say international community go allow that. And in fact, beside the international community, SFPP and Madabio, we know they allow that. No, they allow that. Now the law that way they on the books, now the law that way they get for execute.